Hi everybody, this is Randy. I decided I needed to make a video about being single and the benefits of actually being single. There were so many years after I got divorced that I didn't know what to do with myself, and I had defined myself as a person who is married, not even just partnered up, but actually married. And so I did join dating sites and continued to try to meet someone else, and it failed. But in that 10-year process, I learned a lot about the benefits of actually being single. And secretly in my heart, I probably knew that I would enjoy being single. That's why I fought against it for so long, because I was worried that I would get set in my ways, and I was worried that I actually would enjoy it. And that's what this video is about. So there are 4 main categories about why it's good to be single and the benefits that it gives. One is emotional stability. So you become free of upset and worry regarding your relationship, free of fear about what the partner is thinking, doing, fear of what they may be doing on their cell phone, how they're interacting with social media. There are no more fights, no more disagreements, whether they be large or small. No more surprises about what might have happened to the other person, whether it be an accident, or a job loss, or an argument with their family. No extended family to argue with, to feel disappointed by, to have miscommunications with. No more miscommunications at all with your partner, because you don't have one. No more feeling disapproval, feeling like you need to do better in terms of your behavior, how much you exercise, your body. No more concerns about your partner's health, about your partner's possible addictions, about their carelessness, about how they drive, about possible depression from your partner. And no more pressures for sex when you don't want it. That's a big one. Secondly, another huge benefit is that it has an effect on your physical health in a positive way. You have less stress, which increases your overall health. You're able to sleep as much as you want. You are not as much on anyone else's schedule. There's less cleaning and cooking, less labor. You run errands when you want to run errands. You don't run errands if you don't want to run errands. You don't run errands for other people. There is no more outside pressure to be thin. The pressure to be thin should only come from within. You take naps when you want. If you want to be on a diet, there's no one else interfering with your diet or trying to get you off your diet, or you don't have to cook for 2 different people and 2 different types of diet. And then if you don't want to be on a diet at all, you don't have to. You can cheat on your diet and no one's going to say anything. They won't know because you're living alone. You have a lot more time. There's more time to take care of yourself. You're going to be going to the dentist. You're going to go get your physical checkups because you're going to think about doing these things. You have a lot more time to really think about taking care of yourself. You can walk, bike, swim, whenever you want. You don't have to plan it. And you don't have to do it for any certain length of time based on what another person wants or based on when you're supposed to come home or expectations about how long you should have biked, how long you should have walked. And you're forced to mow your own lawn, forced to shovel your own snow, and that's exercise. You keep the house temperature the way you want the temperature. A third category would be freedom. This is my favorite, and this is the biggest advantage of being single. You pick the movies that you want to go watch. You pick the TV. You can watch on your phone privately by yourself. You don't need to have headphones in. You can go out to a movie or stay in. You pick the restaurants. You pick what you want to eat, when you want to eat, or if you want to eat. You pick your vacation destinations with no compromise. You can wake up in the middle of the night and start cleaning. You can get an idea whenever during the day and start doing that, even if it's not typical. Or you don't have to clean the house at all. If no one's coming over, there's no one to say the house is messy. You just don't have to clean it if you don't want to. It's all about your own comfort level. It's not about expectations from anyone else. When you talk on the phone, it's always private because you're there alone. You don't have to go to another room, worry about what you're saying on the phone, worry about who calls you. You can go out with your friends whenever you want. Like I said, skip dinner if you want. Have cheese and crackers for dinner. Not have any food in the house at all. If you don't have it, it's not a big deal. You can move things around in your house, move furniture any way you want it, redecorate. You can have a completely feminine bedroom. You can have a completely feminine house. You don't have to worry about, the masculine person in my life doesn't like pink, or I can't have frilly things. I can't have a frilly bedroom. Yep, you can, and I do. You can buy whatever you want without coming home and worrying about the person's opinion about what you bought, without any kind of criticism, without questions. You come and go as you please, which is really nice. You don't check in with someone else. And the fourth thing that is really great about being single is having the financial independence. So your income may be less because it's not together with anyone else, but you do control all of your savings and you control your own spending. And you don't have to worry about secrets, you keeping secrets about what your spending is, or the other person keeping secrets. You don't need to worry about surprises, finding things gone in an account that you thought were there. Your retirement planning is all your own. It's your own ideas. It's what you are going to need to live on. It is not a compromise between two people and how they see their retirement. It is not one person giving in to the other person. It is 100% your choice about what you want to do in retirement, and you can change your mind. When you're by yourself, you can keep changing your mind back and forth if you want. You don't have to stick with any kind of thing. You don't have to compromise, and there's nothing to talk out. It's just about your own thinking, and you have time to do that thinking because your mind is not swirling around someone else's needs and someone else's feelings. You can be very flexible in your changes, and that includes all of the changes for everything, changes for what you want to do. You don't have to commit to anything that you've agreed upon because you just decided yourself, and then you have the chance to change your mind. And also the last finally thing with the finances is that the taxes are easier to do for one person than two. You don't have businesses or the other person's um, receipts to deal with, or how much they're having taken out of taxes. So your taxes are simpler. Understanding your income and your budget is simpler because it's just yourself. So those are the things that I have thought of and that I have learned about how to really appreciate being single. And I think it would really be hard for me to go back into any kind of a relationship where the person lived with me and I had to give up all of these freedoms. It would have to be a very flexible person who would be fine with me doing things as I go and not having to commit and plan to a whole lot of things, and being able to change my mind as I go as well, which that's hard because I'm not saying I don't think that I would be able to do that with someone else who wanted to change their mind and wanted me to be super flexible. It'd be very difficult. So being single, living on your own, has its benefits. And that's it for today. Nice seeing you all, and have a great weekend.